That's a weird thing, though, and I might be on my own with this, but like the Jack and Sally relationship in Nightmare Before Christmas to me was always very undercooked. I felt it always seems like she's really in love with him. He ain't giving her the time of day. Like he's busy with like the plot line of the movie, and then at the end he's just like, "Oh yeah, this woman's here." It's like what the? And then Blink 182 are writing lyrics about this grand romance and stuff. I'm like, I don't know if that's there, man. But I mean, I guess a lot of people connected with it. But
I think it's more what's implied is coming after the movie, because for most of the movie he is distracted. And it's selling that as a negative. Like, oh, well, he should be paying attention to her. They've got a connection. She really likes him. So I think it's meant to be, you're supposed to imagine, well, now that everything's sorted, what a wonderful life they can have.
I don't know. It just makes me feel like this is going to be a bit of a weird pull. But, like, you know the movie Flubber, where in one of the central plot points is that Robin Williams keeps missing his wedding. Like, he keeps missing his own wedding because he's off doing experiments. And then even at the end of the movie, he successfully gets married, but it's only via, like, weird flying camera. And he's actually still back in the lab doing experiments. And it ends in this note, like, you're supposed to be like, wah, wah, he's crazy. But it's just like, that marriage is going to be terrible because he's already been distracted so much. And then at the end, you're left with, like, he's not even changed. So at the end of Nightmare Before Christmas, it's like, yeah, Jack's learned this lesson now, but, you know, next year it could be back to square one where he's just like, oh, yeah.
Right, exactly, yeah. Now we plan next Halloween. It's like, oh, okay.
And that's why you don't do a sequel.
Yeah.
Yes, we never need to find out.
No, it'll be bad.
I'm surprised, though, that Disney has, because it's such a big cash cow for them, I'm surprised they haven't tried to do, like, you know, you got friggin' the Little Mermaid 2 and like Cinderella 3 and stuff now. Like, I'm surprised they've not been like, okay, doesn't have to be stop motion. Just get cracking. Just go and make it a little 2D animated thing. We'll fart it out in video, and there you go. Someone will buy it.
Yeah.
I wonder if like Henry Selick snuck some insane clause into that, where he was like, "Oh yeah, you can do a sequel to Nightmare if you build another moon," or just something that Disney like can't quite do, and they're like, "Is it worth the moon?"
It is worth the moon.
I think for them it might be worth the moon, though. I think that Disney should build one of these Henry Selick moons.
Hell yes. Yeah. Oh, it's interesting we're talking about this movie as well, because my next note here is that the music around this part of the minute reminds me of Making Christmas.
Oh.
Yes!
It sounds very similar to me.
Once the duck ejects out into the snowy landscape of like the zoo, my first thought was, oh, that's right, Batman is a Christmas character, like specifically with these movies.
Yeah
Like very much like a dark night, like a silent night, snowy, like gothic feel. And how it's so perfect.
He is a character people love bringing back to Christmas too. Like there's a lot, like even Dark Knight Rises technically is set during the winter. They got the snow and stuff, and then like Arkham Origins, one of the freaking games, like it's all based around Christmas. It's the night before. Like people just something weirdly works about Batman and Christmas. It's like, yeah, just that guy and Christmas. They just kind of go together. Maybe it's because of the fact that he's kind of ignoring the holiday and he's just this dark, brooding guy out doing this stuff. Contrasts the sort of the warm, family-friendly feelings of Christmas,
right?
Whatever, but
yeah, it's got to be the contrast, doesn't it? I can't put my finger on anything else it would be. I think it's just funny seeing such a serious, dark person stuck around all this Christmas cheer.
Right. Because like the Hallmark movies that are like very Christmas are awkward.
Yeah.
Where like from start to finish they're like, but we're all fine with Christmas. So there's no like tension, and you're just like, yeah, I guess you guys do eat a lot of desserts. Like that's the only, like there's a lot of desserts and a lot of dogs. That's the only takeaway I can really get from this like this movie. There's something a little bit more dynamic with Batman and Christmas, where you're just like, yes, holiday cheer and the bat.
I'm really curious to see now how it's going to pan out with. They're getting gradually closer to releasing this Anna Kendrick is Santa's Daughter movie. I believe it's just called like Noelle or something like that. But it's just like the plot line's like that's a Hallmark movie. Like Santa's daughter has to take over the business. That I've seen that done on like Christmas 24. about 15 different times, and it's just like, and Summer Glee was playing it every single time, it was one of these.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen Lacey Chabert be Santa's daughter and something.
Yeah.
But it's just weird now that this is like, it's a big mainstream movie, but with a Hallmark movie plotline.
Yeah.
It sounds like you'd maybe get Netflix making it now, but not a big major motion picture.
Well, I think actually it is Netflix, but it will be, Netflix now is doing major motion pictures.
Yeah,
so.
but when you release something like that, you can just sort of tuck it away on the Netflix service somewhere and not really mention it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to actually release it in theaters?
I love that they're like, Roma, what's our follow-up? Noel.
Of course.
It'll be, let's continue the Oscar bait train. This'll get it.